Welcome to Comedians Writing Stand-Up Comedy Jokes. We'll eventually figure out a better name, but right now that SEO is really well. I'm here today with my good friend Phil Garcia. Phil, what's up? How you doing, brother?
Doing pretty good, man. Groovy day down here in Austin, Texas. Just got done with the gym, doing my typical weekday routine bullshit. Starting the soft weekend here down here, and so
I love
Wednesday
it.
through Friday.
The Austin comedy scene has never been tighter. And
That's
speaking of
right.
tighter, the purpose of this video is for us to take some rough jokes and tighten them up. If you're watching on YouTube, I encourage you to try to be funnier than both of us. It's not that hard. Help us complete these jokes. Jump in the comment section with your ideas. With that being said, come on the stage with the first rough joke idea that we're trying to finish. Phil Garcia, ladies and gentlemen, here he is.
Right now, quit fucking with the couch. Sorry, my cat is causing me more damage than my comedy career ever would. I'm working on this premise right now, and I know it's good. It's our parents used to. It kind of falls off of a jokes about how I work 6 jobs, but I'm still broke based on the economy. So it kind of tapers on that. But it's my parents used to celebrate anniversaries and stuff like that. And I think as a general population, we used to take anniversaries a little bit more seriously, and month anniversaries. You haven't heard that word in a while. And it's because in this economy, we just celebrate lease re-signings. It's like, wow, I can't believe it's been another 13 months. I can't believe we're signing again. I can't believe we're doing this. We should go get like a burger or something. This is incredible. And then the bigger punch is I've never been able to afford a 9-month relationship. Always kind of have to sign up for the big ticket item. Now I talk about how you see rich you see rich kids having a lot of fun on social media and stuff like that. It's not because they can afford to. It's because they're not in relationships. They don't have to split rent with somebody. They can just well, that's kind of a looser way of putting it. But I usually do a crowd work segment where I kind of ask like, who in here lives together? Okay, now of those people, who has rich parents? And everyone usually does put their hands down.
Okay.
And then of those people, I'll be like, who's been together longer than a year? None of them.
This is very similar to, obviously, I think everyone's hitting the theme. I have a couple jokes that hinted this stuff. Like, I'm on a date. A girl asked me what my sign is. I say cosine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like
so thematically, it's something I've already thought about. So I typed up some stuff while you're. Do you have anything else you wanted to add to that?
Let's see. I have my notes app open here right now too.
Dope.
I have written down here. Why do we pay more for less? That's more of a joke on the real estate side than the relationship side. But it's like, why does a 9-month lease cost more than a 13-month lease? Why is it more for less?
Yeah. So I think that some of the things here that are really funny that are themes that I'm pulling out of this, right? So I think that I work 6 jobs, but I'm broke. It's a separate idea, right? It's a good setup, but like there's other things there. So it's like
Right.
my parents used to celebrate, 1 month anniversaries, or like my parents celebrate every half year together.
Right.
Like, and that's because their love has died out. They used to celebrate every month, but like somewhere around like month 30, my dad was like, forget it. But that's crazy because I can only celebrate things larger than a lease renewal. Like I can't even afford a 9-month relationship. Like a third date isn't sex. It's a 12-month commitment. Like, what are we doing? We already did background checks.
Right. It's like
I already checked your credit score.
Again.
Yeah. Some people are like, oh, I don't want a girl that did OnlyFans. And I'm like, what's your credit score? That's the only body count. That's the only score that I care about. It's just playing on the ideas. I love that like we're both going through this reality. So like there's a lot of parallel thinking. I have a line that's like millennials are one of the biggest generations to be in polyamorous relationships. But I don't think it's because we're kinky. I think it's because we're poor. Like it used to be naughty by nature, now it's poly by poverty.
Right,
So
right.
yeah, it's like
I
forced. We're
can't afford
forced.
I can't afford one lease, but I can afford three split 6 different ways.
Yeah, yeah. It's like I'm not gay, but like it's not
I
that I'm
can't
gay.
get
It's
this
just that
dollar
like
man.
I'm more broke than straight. I'm way
Yeah.
more broke than I am straight. I think that's like
What's the wage gap again?
the 70-30 one.
Yeah, it's like it's that I'm not gay. It's just that extra 30 cents really makes a difference at the end of the month.
That's funny. It's like a is that
Yeah.
yours? That feels like a street joke.
No, I just kind of like I was going off your train of
Oh,
thought.
that's a good. I say take that. I think the one you
Yeah,
just said is really strong. I'm not gay, but that 30 cents an hour
yeah,
that really makes a difference. I think that's funny.
right. Yeah, poverty has been at the forefront of my mind, but I mean, who hasn't it been lately? You know what I mean? It's been like
Yeah.
I'll be up there and I realize I'm starting to lose the crowd. I'm like, oh, it's because I've been bitching about being broke for 5 minutes, and these people paid $25 to pretend they have money for an hour and a half. You know?
Yeah. You could be like, do you cook or do you have any kind of like trade skills like mechanic or cook or
Yeah, I do all that shit.
well,
Whatever
it'd
I
be
need.
funny if you were like, you know, I don't want a girl who cooks because I can cook. I need a girl who can like do taxes or fix a car without
Right.
having to
It's
call a mechanic, right? Like we're
modern,
dating.
modern utilitarian really reasons for a relationship.
Yeah.
It's like I don't need dinner. I need a transmission specialist.
I'm not
Or
trying, I'm not trying to start a family. I'm trying to survive capitalism. I need
yeah,
a team. Who's on the team?
I need a bitch who understands drop shipping.
Yeah, there you go. That would work really well with the tech crowds in Austin too. I
Right.
like that. I need a woman who understands. I don't need a woman who can cook. I can cook. I need a
Yeah.
lady who understands drop
Drop
shipping.
shipping. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's basically.
I love it.
I'm trying to think of a word like a play on words.
Let's
The only
I think
Ira I
there's
want to do is sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say so I think that there's a ton here that's funny and like I always like to encourage this and I've heard a lot of people say this, right? Like the audience has to write with you. Like we can write this all day and have like 3 pages of notes for this. You're going to go out there, do a couple shows, do a couple mics, and they're either going to laugh or they aren't. And we can have our own opinions and get caught up in our own sense of humor. But like at the end of the day, the audience eventually helps you write and helps you tell
Right.
what's funny. So I do think that we need, or if this was missing anything from an attention standpoint, like a tight, consistent way to get into it, right? Like something short, tight that sets it up. So like I like to try to rewrite the thesis statement sometimes. So like what's the thesis statement in as few words as possible? So like what are we trying
Hmm.
to say in as few words as possible? So it's
Right.
like
Get it down to bare bones would be
I'm so broke I can't love, right?
I think the big takeaway is I can't afford the 9 month relationship.
I can't afford love, right? I can't like we're trying to get it down to the least amount of work. I can't afford love. I can't afford a fling.
Yeah, I can't afford lust.
I can't afford lust.
I got a long con this bitch. You know what I mean? I can't do it overnight.
Lust is a temporary feeling. I need permanent roommates, right? I think you're into it basically with that. Lust is a temporary feeling. I need permanent roommates.
There you go.
Yeah.
Love is temporary. Roommates are forever.
Yeah.
It's the new K Jewelry slogan. They're trying. The passion may be dead.
Diamonds are forever. No, evictions follow you
Yeah,
forever.
yeah. Bad rental history.
Yeah. Diamonds are a girl's best friend. Get real. A guy who pays his half of the rent consistently. That's a girl's best friend.
Right.
Unless you're hot enough for OnlyFans. Yeah.
I'm just
Cool.
trying to be hard enough to have rent for free.
Trying to be hot enough to have rent for free.
Yeah, but that's been a thing. That's hot people have been up. It's gonna be hard to rewrite the fucking Bible here. Ugh.
My dating app is Venmo. Like I can tell when things are I can tell when things are getting serious with a girl, not when we matched on Tinder, but when we've matched our Venmo histories. Like we
I used to
share a
say you know
Venmo
you're
history.
broke. You know you're broke when you check Venmo like an empty fridge. I used to have a
Yeah,
bit like that.
maybe I have something in there.
Yeah, maybe there's something in this time.
Yeah, I think you got a lot here, dude. You got like
No
7
kidding.
or 8 lines at least. Cool. So we'll call this joke number 1. And yeah, the only thing I'm thinking, right, is play with what's the strongest way. Like if you said I can't afford lust is temporary, I need permanent roommates. I don't know if that's got a laugh in it yet, but it's a very tight way of getting there. And it's like
Right.
that's where you can set up your stupid puns, your little misdirections, but something where it's like, okay, I'm going to talk about this concept and set it up every single time. Then you could just rant, kind of read through these or go through these. And then like my personal, everyone's process is different. If I was doing something in this style, I'd try to get the opening line tight. And then I would just go up there and do like a whole 5-minute set or maybe 4 minutes on just this and try to fill the time. And then if I got like 4 or 5 laughs, I'd go to the next mic and I would cut out some of the stuff I didn't believe in that didn't get laughs, but I would do it again. And after like 5 or 6 mics, I'm gonna have at least 2 minutes where it's mostly laughs all the way through. And then I would take whatever that 2 minutes was and I'd be like, okay, how do I cut out all the extra words? How do I turn this into a minute that I'm gonna do on stage?
Right.
And that's loosely my process. Cool. All right. I'm gonna do.
Why are
What
we
was that?
celebrating the past when we got the future, baby?
Yeah. Yeah.
What you
But when a
got?
girl's like, I don't know what we are. What are we? And you're like, we're roommates. We signed a lease.
Yeah. What is
I know.
this? Cohabitation.
I know exactly. What is this? It's 4 millennials living in a 1-bedroom flat. Like it's perfectly normal.
I don't have a codependency issue. I have a cohabitation issue.
Ooh, I like that. That's bar. Write that one down. All right. So my first joke that you're gonna help me turn into Sunset Strip quality. By the way, Phil's a doorman slash bartender
slash
barista at Sunset Strip, one of the coolest new clubs on 6th Street. If you're in Austin, go see him, give him money. Okay, so first idea. Rappers these days are really soft. I remember when I was a kid, rappers were dangerous. They would kill you. Now Travis Scott is doing McDonald's Happy Meals. They're literally called Happy Meals. Rappers in the 90s never would have done this. You never would have heard Arby's like, Arby's, we have Jay-Z. You never would have heard like a Dairy Queen Latifah meal.
Right.
Like they never would have had a Biggie size at Wendy's. I guess maybe that one they would have done, but not with the rapper Biggie, you know. I had a couple other ones that I thought I can't remember them right now, but like the gist of it is that we have gone soft. We've gone commercial. Like Offset and Cardi B and Travis Scott are doing fast food meals, and it's like, how hard can you be when you're like in a McDonald's? Like Ronald McDonald is in your gang. Like the Hamburglar is more of a felon than you. Actually, like that.
It does seem weird. It's like it does seem like talk about target audience. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I think none of them have taken a KFC deal because it'd just be a little bit too on the nose.
Nobody has that KFC deal.
No, they can't do that. You can't even do. I think Meg Thee Stallion did Popeyes, and it like they brushed that shit under the rug real quick. Uh,
Church's Chicken, like at what
right.
point? What brand?
Yeah. Where does it get? Where does the how much money does KFC have to put down to get a rapper to be their spokesperson for them to
It's
look past
also
the
it's a,
association?
it's also weird when you're wearing like a $50,000 watch
Yeah.
and you're hawking a $6 meal.
I like, yeah, that's what I was saying. Like McDonald's, I like the McDonald's sponsor. It's so trashy, but like, it's like, we all can't deny like McDonald's chemically tastes good, but it's also funny that like all of them aren't even doing the drugs anymore. The hardest drugs they're doing is a McDouble now. Like that's the most intense chemicals they're taking is like the is like the chicken nuggets. Talk about hard drugs. I'm talking about hard plastic, dog.
I'm waiting for the Lil Wayne lean flavored Sonic Blast sipping
I
on
like
syrup. This summer we're sipping on syrup at Sonic Blast.
right. I like from hard drugs to hard microplastics, like something like that. Like there's a reason that McDonald's Sprite hits different.
And that's the main brands, right? The main brands have the good rappers, and then like the shittier brands have the collabs that literally no one wants. Like McDonald's and Cardi B, I'll try it once, but
Right.
like no one wants like the Lil Bow Wow and Little Caesars, like double Lil like pizza
Right.
miniatures or something. Like you
Right.
just create like the shittiest version of a partnership.
Um. Let's see. The mills are always like jarring too. Like I remember the last one, it was like Offset and Cardi B's mill. It was like their the thing they order as a couple, and it was like it was barely any food. You're like, there's no way that amount of food is filling up Cardi B's ass. Like, there's no way she's staying that thick eating a single cheeseburger with a small fry and an orange high C.
It's
Like the
just
bitch is
like
lying.
it's like when LeBron hawks Gatorade, I can squint and believe that LeBron would drink a Gatorade. I know he
Right.
doesn't. I know
Right.
he doesn't.
Yeah,
But
but he
I
also
can
has the
even
brain of a 17-year-old.
yeah.
So
Well,
he's
and
like,
LeBron did a bunch of Sprite commercials, and I always thought they were a little weird because LeBron spends like $1 million a year getting into like absolute alien shape. He would never touch a Sprite. Like I know they
yeah,
drilled the Sprite out of that can and then gave him like water with electrolytes in it for those commercial shoots, right? So it's like even like his decadent thing is like he'll drink wine and have tacos. Like LeBron's treating his body like a temple. Also,
yeah,
this is kind of almost a different idea, but like McDonald's is actually harder than modern rappers. Like McDonald's has killed way more people than modern rappers.
yeah. You should
Like,
say that like Little Wayne's seizures were caused by McDonald's rather than fucking drugs. All these
well,
seizures.
I'm trying to get to this next line, which is
Uh,
McDonald's has killed more people than Islam. Like,
yeah,
I
it
don't know
does say
how.
billions and billions served on their sign.
Yeah, like I don't know how you would prove that, right? But you also can't disprove it. Like there's
Right.
not a sheet that you could be like, oh no, like there's no scoreboard.
That's funny. I like that.
Yeah. What else?
I'm thugging it.
Oh, maybe something about like rappers used to have real beef.
I love this. Yeah, that's great.
Now they sell impossible burgers.
Yeah, yeah.
Vegan impossible burgers.
They used to wear chains. Now they're with fast food chains.
Yeah, fast food chains. Yeah. Oh, that's really good. Fast food chains. When did we go from drive-bys to drive-throughs?
Ah, great. Yeah, that's good too.
What else?
Why
What
can't we
else?
get Kid Rock a Hardee's Jr. commercial? It'd be fun to like think about the different brands. Like I thought I saw a Nickelback. I saw a La Madeline commercial the other day with Nickelback on it.
Kid
So
Rock and whatever the straightest
right.
straightest pizza chain is.
Papa
Uh,
John's.
yeah, Papa John's. It's like, my name is Kid Rock, and I'm here with Papa John's, who does better ingredients, straight children, or better ingredients, more dick. Papa John's. Papa John's,
Oh,
we have the dick.
I like that one.
There's some because the Papa John's founder got fired for saying the N word.
Oh yeah, he did.
So
How was
there's
that work that
something
day?
there's something there. Oh, there's a white country guy who got in trouble for saying the N word. That would be like a little inside baseball, but I'll bet that'd be really funny. What's that guy? White country star N word. I wonder if that'll Morgan Wallen.
That's not. I mean,
Morgan Wallen.
country music somehow.
Morgan Wallen for Papa John's here. proud, proud to bring you the old time meal.
The Grand Wizard cheese pizza.
From a simpler time.
Slightly
This meal,
undercooked, so there's no burnt spots.
yeah, all white meat chicken.
There you go.
None of that dark meat. None of it.
None of it.
Although if you do want dark meat, we have it, but we keep it separated. We get it at a. I think Morgan Wallen for Papa John's would be really funny, but I think like a sixth of the audience would get that. Like I wouldn't even get it, and I wrote it because like I don't
Right.
follow country music.
It is a little niche. You'd have to really know what happened. I think they covered that one up.
But hold on, this could be a good way. If I cut this down to like 3 tags, this could be a good way to really hit the room broadly because some people, especially a wider audience, they would be
Right.
less likely to know the rapper and more likely to know Morgan Wallen. So I
Get
could,
both sides of the fence too. If you went, the
yeah.
KFC joke, and then you talked about Morgan Wallen being a piece of shit.
And this
So.
is a pro writing tip that like I've definitely heard other writing people say, and like it's not that I can do this for all my jokes. But when you write a joke like this, if you're only going to end up using 3 or 4, have 15 that hit different demographics. Like if I'm going in front of an older room, I might lean on rappers like Queen Latifah or Biggie or Tupac or Vanilla Ice, right? Picking names that Beastie Boys, write a bunch of jokes, Beastie Boys for Burger King, whatever, but focus on people to where if the crowd was like in their 40s to 60s, they would get those references. I wouldn't say Lil Xan, right? I wouldn't say not, Nas X. I think Nas X. That's how embarrassing that like I don't know. But yeah, have like 3 or 4 different ways of doing the joke where it's kind of interchangeable. And you just instead of Morgan Wallen, you say a different person who's older, like maybe it's Kenny Rogers or something, right? Yeah. Okay, cool. I think we got a lot of ideas out here. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no, Kenny. I'm trying to think of like a famous drug addict artist that's still alive for like a Pfizer commercial. That'd be funny.
Yeah, I like several of these here. All right, cool. Joke number 2. What you got?
Oof. Let's see. I think we can either do. Do you want to do school shootings or do you want to do white people's dogs?
Whichever one you want to do.
Okay, way to throw it back.
Let's do not the school shootings one because I'm trying to get the channel off the ground.
Okay,
and YouTube is going to be like, those boys are way too white to have that many plans around that topic.
Let's do that. That's a really good point. So right now it starts off, I was just like, if I have a break in a joke, I'll just start like a whole new. I'll be like, oh, to be a white woman's dog in Austin, Texas. Like, oh, to be, and the city can change depending on what it is. If it's a major city, it's applicable everywhere. But I'll say like, you know what I'm talking about with the cucumber slices over the eyes and the steamed bathrobe every time you get out of the shower. Oh, to be a white woman's dog in Austin, Texas. And it's kind of like people are I think they're Munchausen by proxying their dogs, but like not to miss work, just so they can say their dog has a personality. They're like Skip has social anxiety. That's why it shakes all the time. That's why Skip shakes all the time. And then like, no, you just need to stop hitting Skip every time he shits on the rug. It's like, oh well, Spot has bulimia. He has a hard time keeping his food down. It's like, oh well, now you're just projecting.
Yeah, I like
That's
that.
kind of what I have. Oh, and then I think we're keeping dogs away like alive way too long. I think we're keeping them alive way too long. Like it's like essentially if aliens came down to Earth and then put us in vats of liquid and then fed us and kept us alive to like 160. We're just in there like, please God, kill me now.
Yeah.
Like it's so cute. Do you want to pet it? It's a far-fetched idea.
No, you'd be like, let dogs lie. It's literally
What's up?
let sleeping dogs. It's literally let sleeping dogs lie.
Mm,
And we're waking them up and pumping them up full of caffeine, and we're like, you got another 2 years. So one thing I heard you say, right? Like these dogs are living better than real kids. Like nobody that says they're a dog mom is also hitting their dog.
right.
Like people hit their kids all the time,
Okay.
but they're not going to hit their dog. Like aren't you're Hispanic, right? Or part?
Yeah.
Yeah, you could say this. Like a Mexican parent that doesn't hit their kids is clearly just not in their kid's life, or something like that. But it's like Mexican parents will hit their dogs, but a white woman is more likely to hit their kid than their dog.
You're saying white people treat their children, or white people treat their dogs better than Mexicans treat their children?
Yes. Yeah.
What
Yeah.
you're trying
Yeah.
to out and say
Yeah.
right now. I can feel it.
White people. No, but it's white women. It's white women that say they're dog parents. It's a whole identity. It's like these women in their 30s that are single that haven't overtly said they're never going to settle down, but like the time to do that is past. And they're like, I'm a dog mom. And they literally like they have monogram shirts for the dog. Like
Right.
you never got a shirt brand new. Like you always got Goodwill shirts and hand-me-downs. This dog shirt has its name on it. Like that's literally better than a kid. Like, you grew up in a Mexican family. That shirt's been worn by 6 people. Meanwhile, that sweater was custom knitted, for Spot.
I think it's funny to think like white people's dogs, they walk them on a leash. Mexicans' kids, no leash.
Yeah.
You'll see
Yeah.
them. You'll see them halfway across town.
Yeah. Like they won't even put a dog, like a white woman with a fur baby. Like they won't even put it down if it bites someone. They'll just be like, he's overactive. He's excitable. It's like he just drew blood. That's a good boy. That's a good boy.
Right.
He's descended from hunters. I'm pretty sure he has rabies. No, he just had a little bit too much Percocet. He's drooling a little.
Dogs will come home because they know they're fed there. Latino kids will move into their friend's house.
Yeah.
Okay,
There are more. Okay. There are more stray Mexican kids on the streets of Austin than there are lost white woman dogs.
There are more stray Mexican kids than there are dogs.
There are more stray Mexican kids on the streets of Austin than there are lost white woman dogs or lost fur babies. White fur babies.
I like stray dogs, but I will say it's like I'm gonna put in there white people's dogs.
I mean, the homeless situation in Austin, like it seems like it's gotten a little better recently, but like it's aggressive. I can't remember seeing a dog on the streets though. Just like a stray dog.
They're taken care of by the homeless people.
Yeah.
They're taken care of by the Mexican kids. It's a trickle down economy we have going on down here. You just don't know it.
Okay, what else? We got concepts of time. We got oh, you're writing at the bottom. I've been writing at the top. I'll combine our notes.
Okay.
I was like, I think this dude's typing.
Hey, I am. I promise.
No, I see that you are now at the bottom of the doc. You didn't think I wasn't contributing anything? There we go.
Good. But I think we missed the note that they're doing this because they want their dogs. The white people are also like, yeah, I guess they're not messing up with their dogs, like you said. That's the argument there.
Something about the quality of the dog food, right? Like I saw a commercial for dog
Yeah,
food.
people are. Austin dogs eat better than I do, but people have said that before. Trader Joe's and shit.
It was like no artificial ingredients. And I spit out and then you can just put in like a heavily processed drink, right? Like I spit out what's it called? Something C, high C, not no, Sunny D. I spit out my Sunny D.
Like that.
Yeah. Okay, what else? The way they play, dogs go to dog parks. Something about dog dates, doggy dates, biting. Well, if a Mexican kid bites somebody, there's going to be charges pressed. Mexican kid bites somebody, they're pressing charges. I feel like you should go full Carlos Mencia with this and really make it about Mexican versus white women. I feel like you have so much liberty, you know what I mean, to talk about that.
What'd you say?
You have a lot of like as a person of Hispanic descent, right? Like you can
Right.
put that spin on it aggressively in a way that like I wouldn't feel comfortable doing.
Yeah, my babysitter was Andrew Jackson.
Yeah.
That's what I always say. Where'd you go?
Mexican guys still wear Michael Vick jerseys.
I like that. They wish their parents were as attentive as Michael Vick.
Yeah.
I like that. This is some highbrow comedy here.
Yeah, there's a lot here, man. There's a lot here. Yeah, I think you got enough there to try. Okay. Josh joke number 2. All right. So since both of yours are there, go up above yours, and then we'll type under. Yeah, Josh joke 2. Okay, so coming next to the stage, Josh, here's my joke. I took my shirt off in front of a girl last week, and she said I look like I used to work out, which is the meanest compliment that I've ever gotten, but I deserve it. I work out at a Planet Fitness now. They say it's a judgment-free zone. That's not true. The Special Olympics is a judgment-free zone. That's a place that you can just go out there and be yourself. Everyone at Planet Fitness is pretending to be on their phones as they watch everyone else at Planet Fitness. Like, this is a gym that serves pizza. This is a gym that is on Uber Eats. This is a gym. It's like on your way out of the one workout you did this month, they're like, here's a slice of pizza. It's like if you went to a rehab clinic and on your way out, they gave you a bump of Coke and they were like, you'll be back. Because it's like, why am I even going to the gym at that point? Like, Planet Fitness is the only gym with a smoking section.
It feels like they're really saying, please just come here to shower.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes.
Like when you sign up for a membership, they take your blood for the contract and they tell you that none of the equipment works.
Planet Fitness is a
Or
gym for
it's the idea of like all of their equipment being like fry cook shit. Just like lifting like just lifting fry stuff. Yeah, I got in about 15 fry batches the other day and uh, more like Planet Fatness. These motherfucker fat. I'm just being stupid.
yeah, like
Hmm.
Planet Fitness is a gym for people whose showers are broken at home. Why call a plumber for 200 when for $10 a month I can shower and get tan? Also, who's getting beach ready at Planet Fitness? They
Yeah,
have they
I
have
think it's funny
tanning.
too to mention that they don't provide ranch with the pizza because they know what empty calories really are. Or something like that.
No,
Like
they do provide. They have pizza.
Mhm.
That's fine. They give ranch. They offer ranch.
They do offer ranch?
It's a joke, dude. I can say whatever I want. Like,
Right. Yeah, I think that's funny. That's funnier than they don't offer ranch is the idea that they give you and they say like not they don't just offer you pizza. They ask you if you want ranch with it.
yeah, yeah. People have gained weight from going to Planet Fitness.
Yeah. Hmm.
Women feel safe at Planet Fitness because the guys are always out of breath.
Yeah, there you go. Uh
I really like that they have a smoking section.
the place Planet Fitness, the place that gives you pizza, and it's also the only place that the people who make the pizza can afford to work out.
Yeah.
But that's a stretch. That's wordy as fuck. Um,
They don't have real exercise equipment.
right.
Like their exercise equipment is like uncomfortable no, chairs without back support. What else do they have? A
A
bouncy
room with
ball.
heroin and cats.
They have a no, but I want it to be like quasi believable. Like that, like
Right.
their exercise equipment is like chairs without back support, a bouncy ball pit from a McDonald's,
I like that.
from a Chuck E. Cheese.
There's more vending machines at Planet Fitness than there is equipment. Right. It's the only gym in town where Coke is in the vending machine. You can get a Pepsi.
Yeah, Coke.
Like at LA Fitness, they have muscle milk and shit and like body
They
armor.
have
But
they have Pepsi flavored Gatorade. Yeah, I like that. I think coming up with stuff that's like it almost sounds like real exercise equipment, but it's not. Like the shake weight, like
that's good.
shake
It's
weight,
funny.
stuff that sounds like it could be.
Just spatulas. They just have a bunch of spatulas.
It's just spatulas. Yeah.
Spatulas, dude.
Oh,
Uh,
they have a grocery bag carry.
no, just bags of sand. Just bags of just plain old bags of sand. Uh,
They have a punching bag, but it fell down, so now it's a beanbag chair.
they have a punching bag, but it's Frenzia. It's a bag of wine.
A twister board.
Okay, I like that.
I need to like go in there with the idea of being like to write. Like one thing is like they have 200 cardio machines. This is like actually real.
They have Dance Dance Revolution.
And I've never seen more than 5 being used. One time, this is true. One time I saw 6 people. This is so true. One time I went to the gym at like 3, and there were 6 fat guys, all like aged like 40 to 60, just sitting in the men's locker room on their phones. They weren't even together. They were just like all sitting in the locker room, just chilling. And there were like 4 people on the ellipticals, like 4 people using all. There were more people sitting down in the locker room, lying to their wives. I'm at the gym. Like you know that those are people that like were told they had to go to the gym, and then they just all on their own decided to just sit down and be on their phone. I don't know. It's not a gym for attractive people.
No, you just broke my heart.
You work out at Planet Fitness?
No, I go to LA Fitness. I'm slightly
That's
better.
much better. That's much better. I'm a
Not in
Planet Fitness. I'm a Planet Fitness 8,
Austin.
but like I need a not a gym, I think, but like a fancy restaurant. Like I'm a
That's a funny
Planet
one.
Fitness.
I'm an LA Fitness 5 and a Planet Fitness 8.
Yeah. I'm a Planet Fitness 8. Outback Steakhouse 7.
I can't afford Equinox.
I can't afford to work at Equinox.
Yeah, I can't even afford to work. Yeah.
Parking is crazy expensive. Okay, cool. Yeah, I think we got some good ideas here, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
Dope. So the last thing that I like to do with this is we go to the random idea generator. And why don't you plug your social media and or any projects that you have?
Yeah, you can check out basically anything under the tag Philip Garcia Comedy, 2 L's in Philip. If you look that up, you'll find my Instagram, my Twitter, my Venmo, my YouTube.
Send them money. Send them money.
Yeah, you can do anything, but mostly you'll find like staring competition with Phil, the With Philip Garcia show. I like to create short form content, and then I also have my own podcast, the With Philip Garcia show. That it's a little bit longer. It's on hiatus right now, but that's because I'm getting a bunch of recording up because I'm
I
doing
love it.
Skankfest this year. So I'm gonna
Skankfest
try to
is
be
gonna be
releasing it
sick.
around. Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna click this random idea generator. It's gonna give us 2 ideas. Since you're the guest, you get to pick which idea you do. Okay.
Yeah.
We're then gonna take 120 seconds and we're gonna write whatever jokes or ideas we can in 120 seconds. I'm about to click it. The first idea is painful spinach. Painful spinach. The second idea is shaggy lot. Shaggy lot. We've got painful spinach and we've got shaggy lot. Which one do you want, Phil?
I can relate to painful spinach right now because I'm on a plant-based diet.
Okay.
So
I'm
there's
gonna
been
take shaggy lot. I'm gonna put 2 minutes on the clock and go. Coming up to do his jokes on painful spinach, Phil Garcia.
See, I got they say eating spinach is good for you. Why is it that everything that's good for you hurts? At least that's what my priest said.
Ha 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 ha. Yeah, 2 minutes.
Right. Chewing through vegetables. No one's ever describes vegetables as melt in your mouth. That's all I could really come up with at the end there. So
yeah, there's a lot of porn that's been predicated on those vegetables staying stiff.
Yeah.
It's an important plot point in porn that those vegetables don't melt. All right, so I tried 2 different directions on Shaggy Lot. Number 1, Shaggy from Scooby-Doo was probably a virgin. I don't think he was shagging a lot. His best friend was a dog and he lived in a van. Like, that guy was not Shaggy. He was more like lonely.
I like that.
Not Shaggy, more lonely. The other idea is I like how the singer-songwriter Shaggy invented gaslighting 20 years before we called it that. Now everyone is like, oh, you gaslight. This man said it wasn't me in a song and made it catchy. Like I tell my wife I didn't give her herpes and it's somehow way less believable. It wasn't me. Requires conviction. Like conviction. Like OJ Simpson should have hired Shaggy as his lawyer. Like that's the music video we need. OJ Simpson. It wasn't me. Found her bleeding on the counter.
It's the greatest defense ever written.
Casey Anthony should have hired Shaggy.
There you go.
Found the babies in the bathtub.
It wasn't me.
Just a whole bunch of serial killers like what's it, Jeffrey Dahmer.
I like that.
Found the boys in my freezer. It wasn't me. Most of them partially eaten. It wasn't me. Yeah, I think that I actually like the Shaggy one. I almost think that's a joke. The gaslighting.
I like that too.
And it's crazy. I did one of these like 3 episodes ago about VeggieTales. I got a random idea generator that made me write a random throwaway joke about VeggieTales. And I've crafted like a bit. I've got this VeggieTales bit now, and it just came out of.
I think I heard you tell it when you were in town last, actually.
I might have done a little bit of it. Yeah, I might have done a little bit of it. It's
so this show's working out for you.
Yeah, I didn't get it from here, but I refined one of my cops versus firefighters bits on here, and that firefighters bit has legs. Anyway, Phil, thanks for coming on, dude. I really appreciate it.
Oh, dude, yeah, of course. I mean, this was a blast and super productive. It was everything you told me it would be.
Yeah,
it was a lot of fun. So
the guarantee is you always get better. I can't guarantee the views or the subscribers. By the way, guys, don't forget to like and subscribe if you want more of these. But we're always going to get better. That's our goal. Better than yesterday.
Yeah, that's the art form of constantly sharpening your blade, I guess, until someone looks at you and says, "Hey, dude, it's really lame to have that many swords."
Until next time, this is comedians writing stand-up comedy jokes on YouTube SEO.